Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Ancient Relics and Hokey Religions. We did it. We're back. It's been it's been about a month. So it's very, very nice to see all of you here. If anyone is a mother, on stream or in chat, happy Mother's Day to you. Guys, this is the first episode on just like straight up JnJtabletop. So this is our first free true episode of us doing our thing. So thanks for coming by. Thanks for hanging out. I'm Josh from JnJtabletop. Some people know me as therealjoshT. Some people know me as Jean-Luc Picard. And
name one.
That's enough about that's enough about me.
Oh, that's enough. There you go.
Why don't we go around? We'll have everybody say their name, like your actual name, who your character is, and I guess if you have anything going on this week that you want people to know about, or just something special going on in general. And since we haven't done this in like a really long time, what your character's favorite type of pie would be. We'll start with Evan.
Okay. All right. What's up? I'm Evan. Thanks for spoiling the part where I say what my name is, but it's fine. No, what's up? I'm Evan, aka Evbo, aka itsevbo. I play Echo, the halfling monk. You can find me on all the stuff at itsevbo. Man, Echo's favorite kind of pie. I feel like it would be like a blueberry cream pie. Like, just, like, I don't know if you ever had a good, like, blueberry cream pie.
It feels right.
But good golly, I feel like that's it for him. It feels about right. Also, you said things that we got coming up this week. I'm going to say there's like a 95% chance that I'm going to be doing something really fun this Saturday. I'm trying to raise some funds. Normally, I've done this for like other things or like charity events or whatever. This one's all me, baby. I need money because I'm trying. I have a very exciting chapter of my life coming up, and I could use a little extra cash to help with that. So that's really like, I'll talk more about it, during the event and like in the days coming up. But yeah, we're gonna be doing some wacky stuff. Nia turned me on to a really fun idea, so it'll be myself and Evan Neutron, for those who are familiar with my channel, doing something really fun. There might be some other stuff coming up as well, but that's the only thing that's like solid right now. So come check out my channel on Saturday. Time and all of that to be determined, so check me out on Twitter and you'll see the announcements. But now that I've taken up all that time, let's throw it over to Jacob Tabletop.
Oh, hi. My name is Evan. You just got mad at Josh for spoiling your name. All right. Well, yes, my name's Jake at JnJake. Sometimes there's an underscore, sometimes not. Usually there is. However, I play Vale, who's a elven fighter warlock. And I think his favorite pie would be 3.14. I just think that would be... It just works on 100 different levels for what we're doing here. And yeah, that would be what he's into. And then as for things that are going on, for me, I launched a website today. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to share the Twitter, the tweet waters, as I always make Evan a little squeamish when I say.
Yikes.
Yep. So we've got ttrpgoverlay.com. You might notice in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen is the website that I made is sell graphic overlays for tabletop role-playing games, and I am very excited about it. It is a soft launch right now, but the Twitter is there. Please go and follow it, and check out the website when you get the chance. I'm going to be adding new stuff there probably every week for a while, because the way I have it set up is not Poggy Woggy. It's not Poggy Woggy. No, it's very Poggy Woggy. Thank you for that, itsevbo. I'm just really excited about it because I've learned a lot of stuff doing this. I designed this overlay, and I'm just very, this stuff intrigues me. And there's also going to be tips on running streams and stuff through OBS and all kinds of things like that. Audio tips, all things. So check that out when you get the chance, and go follow them on Twitter. Me on Twitter. It on Twitter. One of those things. And Izzy looks like she's praying to not be next, so I'll say, Izzy, you're next. I spoiled it.
Hi, everybody. I'm Izzy. I play Melly. Do I have anything exciting coming up this week? This is the exciting thing that's coming up this week for me right now. And Melly's favorite pie is definitely going to be like a coconut custard pie.
Respect.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And that leaves one more person. Well, actually, technically two.
Hey, you didn't spoil Michael.
Ah!
Hi, I'm Steven, also known as Mr. Yoda. I am. I don't have much coming up this week except for the fact I'm off tomorrow, so that's a plus because it's only a 4-day work week. And I play Mac, Halfling Rogue, and his favorite pie would probably be cherry pie. Because when you take cherry pie out and you put it on a plate, the guts kind of just like spill all over the place.
Oh my god.
And that just kind of fits Mac.
Goriest pie. So that. Oh man. Well, speaking of gory Mac, we've got new emotes, but maybe Josh should go with his favorite pie first.
My favorite pie. Maybe like a banana cream pie or like a chocolate cream pie or like something like that. Strawberry rhubarb, really good. Sometimes peach. See, I'm not the
Whose
biggest
favorite pie is strawberry rhubarb?
So,
Josh,
all right, here's the thing. Here's the thing with pies, and I know it's very un-American, but I'm not the biggest fan of pie, actually. Which is why my favorite pies are kind of like non-pies, you know? Like, I don't really like cooked fruit. It's just it's like a texture thing. I don't know. It's like a mushy, crunchy, weird. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of cooked fruit. I'll eat all of it raw, but cook it and it's yeah. But anyway, strawberry rhubarb is probably on that list because it doesn't like stay solid, you know, whereas like you cook an apple, it's like it's still a piece of an apple, it's just wrong. You know, strawberry rhubarb is just like it's like strawberry jam or preserve or mush or like whatever, you know. So that's why.
Are you guys ready
yes.
for the speed round? Everybody's favorite savory pie. Go. No, I'm kidding.
Chicken pot.
Chicken pot pie. The only one. I
No,
know.
but you
shepherd's
say
pie.
Shepherd. Okay, there you go.
Chicken
Guy who
pot
spent
pie
time in UK.
is the only one.
Or beef Wellington. I feel like
There
that's
it
a pie.
Dang.
Beef Wellington.
All right.
Michael
I was
wins.
gonna say blueberry cream pie with a steak on it, but I like that better.
Michael wins.
I was woefully unprepared for that discussion, but if beef Wellington is a pie, then beef Wellington is my favorite pie, both sweet and savory.
This is gonna
That's great.
devolve into a debate.
Yeah. Ancient relics and hungry religions. But yeah, we have some new emotes, right?
We do.
I'm gonna post all of them right now. That's everybody.
Yeah, we got one for each character in the show, and they also get to do something kind of fun. Josh has there. We got Melly winking. We've got Mac with the bloody stare. Vale just going, I don't get it, based on the Obama shaking his head meme. And then of course we've got Nervous Echo. I love him. They were all designed by Skelly, who is the most incredible person that has ever existed. So you should
Skelly
follow
is
him.
an incredible person. Yeah,
Yes.
oh, and he's got a really cool project going on with his Aidenthal stuff. So I don't know if he's ready to give any more details for that, but find Skelly on Twitter, and then you'll be able to find Aidenthal on Twitter, and maybe we'll post the link too if I could find it, and check out his projects because he's got some cool stuff in there. What's the name of our D20 friend on there?
Christopher.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's Christopher and the party, or as I like to refer to all our emotes there, it's Foolin' the Gang.
Uh-huh.
All right. So this is JnJtabletop. I feel like we don't have to explain it as much because it's here. Everybody's here. You know, this is us.
That's true.
But I don't know. Maybe we should tell them what it is. What's JnJtabletop, Jake?
That's us. Go to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/JnJtabletop. Learn about D&D.
That's pretty much it.
Yep.
But we did have some lot of new videos since the last time we met.
Yes.
Also, I guess speaking of a lot of new videos, happy Star Wars Day to all of you. We're a couple days late. If you did not see it, we had a little Star Wars one shot that we did. Our zany Star Wars one shot as we're calling it. One shot as we're calling it.
Josh had 12 shots before he came on.
I had one cup of coffee at like
JK.
11:30 today. But yeah, no, that was a lot of fun, and we also had like what, 4 other videos, Jake?
Yeah, we have one of explaining Fantasy Flight Games, which is a Star Wars system that we played, the dice system there. Josh and I shared our favorite Star Wars moments, and then since we've been live, we did the combat rolls and movement and position videos. We're doing like an action economy series, so definitely check those out when you can. We've got bonus actions coming up and reactions. And then we also did a little, we started a new campaign on the Blue Dragon Guild's YouTube channel called Ravenloft is for Lovers. And Baron, if he's still here, he's a dirty McDirtyson DM who gave us quite the shock on episode 1. So you should definitely check that out when you get the chance. But yeah.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. We're actually we're the Brothers Tabletop are playing Brothers on that. So
it's true. I didn't even think about that until the other day. I was like, hey, look at that.
So that'll be fun. It'll be fun to see that relationship develop as well as just the story unfolding. And Nooch is always fun to play with, and Mac,
Mackenzie.
not this Mac, the other Mac. Both of his characters have been excellent so far, and I can't wait to have more of those fun times.
Completely agree.
Did we forget? Well, actually, one more thing I guess I'll say about that campaign before we move on to anything else. Jake's character that he's playing is a subclass that he made up, and you could find that on D&D Beyond. You could find it on DM's Guild if you want to put some money in our pocket for that. And then you could also find a YouTube video of it where Evan and I, we made a little video review about it. But that's the Fey Magic Sorcerer. Are we forgetting anything?
We're YouTube partners now. That's kind of cool.
Oh yeah.
That happened on Star Wars Day, so that's going to be a special special day for us. For all time. For all of the time.
That is such a cool thing to have as like every year for as long as JnJtabletop exists. Our anniversary is Star Wars Day.
Yep.
That's great. And thank you all for that, because that's because of you. So you're the best. We love you. Aside from that, you're probably getting tired of us continue on and on with the intro and with the like 15 minutes of starting soon and all that. So how about one more thing, just a request from me to you. Please clip your favorite moments from tonight. It makes our lives so much easier as far as doing like recap videos and stuff. And if you like to see those videos that Jake has been making for like last time, this is what happened, this is a really cool thing, then maybe you should just clip something, because it'll help us help us find cool things that happened during the episode that we might have missed. So clip it. We have a channel in our Discord, or a little section in our Discord for clips. So clip the things, post the link in Discord, talk about it, we'll laugh about it, we'll thank you for clipping it, and yeah, maybe it'll show up in the little highlight reel or recap. With that out of the way, anything that I missed? For real? All good? I think we're all good.
No, I want to play.
So, I feel like I also have a story I want to tell, but I won't tell it now. I'll tell it another time. But I do have a story. Anyway. So, last time, several weeks ago, on Ancient Relics and Hokey Religions, we'll do a little bit of a longer recap just to get you all up to speed. Our lovely party on the quest to find Echo's master, they were sent by this crazy dude named Oscar to find an urn. And this urn held the ashes of one of the greatest clerics who ever lived, one of the clerics who chained the Chained Oblivion, or at least helped chain the Chained Oblivion. So they did a whole bunch of crazy, wacky, zany things in town, and then went on their way to find this urn. On their way to find it, they ran into some crazy, sketchy cultists. They fought them. They found an area that had just been drained of life, drained of light, and just made dark and necrotic. Something horrible happened there. Melly, with the help of Morgan Freeman,
Yep,
cleansed that spot, and they continued on to find out what they were up to. At this point, they had found the ashes. They could have gone back and turned in the quest, but they now knew, or at this point knew, that the cultists had found the location of one of the chains, and that they were going to break the chain. So, throwing caution to the wind, throwing their quest to the wind, maybe, they set out, and they found this place with this crazy, dark storm cloud above it, firing off lightning bolts, very aggressive lightning bolts, anything that came close. Vale, given the task by his patron to kill all of them without mercy and leave no survivors, continues through. They went in, they fought a bunch of cultists, they fought some magic dudes, got struck by lightning, they almost fell off some cliffs, fought some zombies, and then they went inside of this spire mountain thing. And when I say they went inside, I mean Vale found a button, he pulled the lever, and then the little platform came up, and he was like, I guess I'll just step on it by myself. And he stepped on it and took the elevator to hell. Yeah. Melly teleported to the inside, went down with him, and the two of them faced these priests and this necromancer in the heart of darkness, the heart of this spire, clearly in front of where one of the chains used to live. Fight went on for some time, and when all hope might have been lost, Echo and Mac came through, smacked a bunch of these dudes around. Echo made a path for Mac. Mac walked right in and critted and assassinated the big bad. So after the chaos, just inspecting everything around them, Vale had, we'll call it one of his out-of-body experiences, where he communicated his patron. And his patron told him that he had done very well. Killed all of them. And that he left no witnesses. And that's where we'll pick up right now.
Is that conversation still going, or do I feel like the darkness has lifted?
He said what he said, and you're still kind of in the darkness at the moment.
Okay. You said I might be able to find out who you actually are. I want to know. If you're going to kill people in your name, I need to know that. I get it. You're hiding. I understand.
At that moment, the darkness kind of begins to fade, and you're back in the room with Echo, Melly, and Mac.
What is everybody else doing at this moment? I think I kind of forget. It's been a bit.
I mean, you know Mac is looting the big guy.
Mm-hmm.
That is so fair.
Anyone else, or
Is anyone watching Mac closely as he's looting?
It's a fairly open room, I will say.
Trying to remember, like, where Melly and Vale were standing.
There was like
Like,
a platform dais.
Yeah, give me a second. I'll
maybe.
pull up the actual map, because your tokens should still be on there. Just give me 1 second just to actually get it.
Okay.
all right. I sure hope Mac finds something good.
Yeah. Because I remember, I think it was very soon after, because Melly had just like shut down the thing, right? Sort of.
So I don't think there was anything that she was able to do, because like once the chain was broken, it was broken.
Yeah.
And she was taking damage, so she had stepped out of like that shadowy area, if I'm
Yeah.
remembering correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's where we all were.
And this is an official D&D map, just FYI, for anyone who's curious. I think it's their tactical map packs, reincarnated, something like that.
So I don't think Melly would have been doing anything other than looking at the group at this point. So
Okay, so Mac, you know you were being watched.
How about Echo?
I think Echo's mostly just kind of taking stock because, like, things happened so fast there.
It's quick, yeah.
But I think his hands are probably like he's doing that thing, like maybe his fists are hurting quite a bit, and like he was swinging harder than he probably ever had when he was hitting these guys. So I think that's probably all like coming back. So he's probably doing like a lot of maybe stretching and like just really like making sure, like, am I really alive right now? Like, or is this all real? Is this all happening?
Sure.
He doesn't look like distraught or anything like that. He's just kind of very neutral, almost like trying to get back to that like pensive sort of meditative state that he tries to be in these situations, pulling the emotion back out of it, I guess.
Yeah. All right. Because everything kind of happened quick, I feel like Vale probably was just mostly just standing there. He looks... I feel like one thing Vale does when he's kind of angry thinking is he kind of looks like his temples, like he's almost chewing his own jaw. Like it's just like kind of grits his teeth.
I do that.
Yeah, and just shakes his head. Something is off.
What I can gather, there's nothing more that we can do here.
No, you were brilliant, as always, and thank you so much for saving my life. All of you. But no, I mean something is off. My patron just spoke to me.
The chain is broken, isn't it?
Yes.
What did your patron say?
He said that we did well, that he was happy. Or pleased. He said we left no witnesses. And I got stronger whenever I think the chain broke. I think Vale turns and looks at Echo.
Echo is looking at you like kind of like a little perplexed, and then his eyes just
I was out of magic.
Wide.
Yeah, I was out of magic. And then I wasn't. And it was stronger.
Echo drops his staff on the floor and just grabs his head with both of his hands. You can't mean Vale, you can't.
I don't... Nothing is confirmed. At that point, I think he just picks up if there's a random rock and just chucks it as hard as he can up against the wall, like he's just mad.
If your patron was the Chained Oblivion, why would he have us stop him from being unchained? That makes no sense at all. Now, I don't know why your magic got stronger, but I don't think that's who your patron is.
I don't have any answers. It's just they were trying to unchain Tharizdun, and apparently they broke one of them.
We weren't supposed to stop them, were we?
What? But of course we are. They're trying to unchain the Chained Oblivion. But no witnesses? Something's just off.
We're not gonna get any answers by just staying here. There's nothing that I can do here to fix what's happened, and we have a job we have to do now. There might be decent supplies on some of them. If I don't know, Mac, did you find anything?
Yeah, what did I find?
You were just checking the main guy for now, right?
Is there anything else down here that would be checkable?
There were 4. Well, actually,
Did they like
we're gonna
disappear?
search.
Or...
yeah, they kind of, yeah. The 4 other dudes actually kind of turned to like an ash type thing. So down here you have 3 spell scrolls. I don't know if Mac would know what they are, like as far as what they're for, but
Depends on what language it's in.
that is the question. What language is the spell in? Yeah, I mean, all of you would be able to find out anyway. So it's there'd be a scroll of feigned death, a scroll.
That's an interesting one.
A scroll of blight, and a scroll of raised dead.
Oh my, that's a nice one.
As you continue, kind of like searching through clothing, you find 20 platinum pieces, 40 gold pieces, 20 silver pieces, and then a single coin that it's like the best way that I could describe it is like it's like a goopy purple coin. It is solid, but it's just got something about when we played that
I don't like the word goopy.
I know when we played that Christmas one shot and Jake kept describing the tendrils as milky.
Yep.
It's kind of like that. Like it's a metal coin, but it just has that kind of like about it.
Okay. Wonderfully gross.
Like it feels like it's going through your fingers, but you look at it and it's still solid. It's just kind of like
Yeah.
The coin that a kindergartner owned.
Yeah.
How did you get this coin dirty?
It's moon sand. That's but as you continue patting down, looking through everything, you roll I would like to say investigation, but
Or
but
I don't know. I mean, like, what do you think? How about sleight of hand instead? Because if you were trying to pickpocket him, it would be sleight of hand. So sleight of hand, I think, makes more sense in this scenario.
all right, that's a 15.
15? Okay.
Natural 4.
So you find in a hidden pocket in his clothing, and in this pocket there is a small leather-bound book, and it's a little guy. It's kind of like or were they like the Gideon Bibles that you would find like everywhere, where it's just that like, you know, yay big leather, just the New Testament. But usually they're brightly colored. This one's pretty dark. But yeah, no, it's closed and it has some sort of locking mechanism on it. But that would be everything that you find.
Can I pick the lock?
You can certainly try.
What does that use?
What? Lockpicking?
Yeah.
Did you give yourself, I mean, you have proficiency in it. Did you give yourself a double proficiency in it when you chose that? It's Dex. It is Dex, but
It's proficiency with thieves' tools.
yeah.
I have proficiency with thieves' tools, but I don't know what the plus to that would be. Like,
It's dexterity plus proficiency.
oh, okay.
And you're allowed to choose a double proficiency. A lot of rogues choose it in thieves' tools, so I don't know if that's what you did.
I don't think so, because I think I only had 4, and they're in other things.
A wise decision, since you're already very good at thieves' tools.
An 18.
18? Okay. It's like smaller than most locks that you've had to pick before, so it takes you some time. But you are able to open it, and as it unlocks, make a Constitution saving throw.
That is a 13.
Okay. So, where's my double d6? Double d6. It's like
Giggity.
the coolest dice created, because it's a d12, but it's a d6 2 times. And d12s are a lot more fun to roll than d6. Alright. So you will take 15 points of necrotic damage. As well. Give me 1 second. There's supposed to be something else.
Mac died that day as he tried to open up the Necronomicon.
So I do have double proficiency in thieves' tools. It doesn't matter, because obviously I opened it.
Did you say the words? Anyone see Army of Darkness? Ooh, Marata. I said it.
You are. Well, do you have? You have, with the poisoner's kit, do you have any advantages against being poisoned? Because otherwise you are poisoned.
That's not great.
Not poisoner's kit,
I
but
gain no.
Okay.
I just ignore resistance to poison damage.
Okay, so currently you are poisoned, which essentially just means that you have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Okay.
So, is it clear that he just got poisoned?
Mac's a pretty stoic guy. Mac, is it clear that you just took damage and got poisoned by that? I would
Melly's
say-
clearly staring at him because she asked him, like, so did you find anything?
I would say you're probably surprised that you just felt that damage, but it's not like something like hit you or slapped you. It's like it's like an internal dread and like gross feeling of pain. So like it wasn't like a like like
Right.
anything like that. It was.
I would say that I don't think it would be visible.
Okay.
Great.
Because I don't know, I don't know if Mac fully realizes the extent of like what just hit him, you know, or if it was kind of like, I mean, the timing of it is conspicuous, but like, you know, like that after battle, like when just kind of like when the adrenaline's starting to wear off and you get that like tiredness that comes over you, kind of a thing. And obviously it was worse than that, but just kind of like that's just how he's handling it at the moment.
It's kind of like you get migraines, right?
Yes.
So you it's like, for me sometimes migraines will come on like gradually, and like I'll start to get like a little pain like behind my eye, and then it just, you know, over the course of like 15 minutes or however long, it grows into just a horrible migraine. uh in this case it's as if you got a migraine, but it was all at once. So just immediate sudden migraine, tired,
And I mean, like,
pain.
if you're like monitoring like Mac's thing, I mean, you might see him like kind of like turn his head a little bit, kind of like, you know, when your neck is bothering you and you just kind of like, you know, kind of a thing, but not like exaggerated or anything. I mean, you know, maybe he got a crick while he was stabbing the guy. You know, it happens.
Okay.
So like I show all of the well, actually, so when I open up the book, can I tell what language it is, or can I read it, or
well, actually, you could speak some interesting languages because of that dagger, right?
I can read, write, and speak Abyssal.
Yeah, so you can tell that it is written in Abyssal, and it appears to be his spellbook. Do you like flip through it at all, or just kind of like I?
Yes, I would.
Okay. So as you do that, a note that was tucked away in it, just a small, like, index card sized note, clearly folded in half, comes out.
And what's on the note?
Make a constitution. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry. On the note, as you look at it, it is also written in Abyssal. And it as you kind of look over it and are reading it, you hear it in your mind, saying, we've taken the ashes at Byseus Teal. Our work in breaking the chains is almost complete. I hope things are going as smoothly for you in the South.
So I go ahead and relay everything that I found, including the note and the spell book, to the group.
And the other thing that I'll add is you've seen this before, but the writing on the paper, after you've read it and after you hear it, disappears.
I'm talking about like when we were in the temple underneath Malayasmere, right?
Yes, sir.
Speaking of that, I had a question from last session. So when Vale went down the tube,
Yes.
you said it was a green and purple glow, right?
Yes.
Was that a familiar looking green and purple misty glow from visions we've had through the music box about Malayasmere and the potential weapon of mass destruction that Melly's carrying?
Yeah, I would say that absolutely. You've seen familiar visions of like power like that, as well as just certain times where you were around like strong, powerful, destructive magic. You've seen or felt that as well.
Mm-hmm. And so after Mac reads it aloud, it just disappears on him.
I mean, the note's still in his hand, but now it's just a blank, folded up piece of paper.
I think Vale just takes out his diary and just jots down what Mac said. The South. Vale just glances at Melly.
Melly is definitely like, oh, like she's got her hands on her forehead. She's like, oh boy. So this means that all of the chains are almost broken.
Perhaps, yes. Doesn't sound like they've gotten all of them. At least at the time of whoever wrote this.
I guess at least now we have an inkling for where we need to go next.
Echo, do you think Master Dinoa could possibly have studied this? I mean, it's kind of in that lane, no? That's what you do?
All I can say is I hope so. I think if there's anyone who, at least we have a chance, might know something, it would be him. I think we need to get that thing that he left for me, and maybe he'll be back.
Yes. I don't know how much like in-game time you want to dedicate to this, but I mean, I'm sure we want to, after searching this whole level, go back up top, search the whole cave area and the bodies on the spire mountainous thing.
Sure.
And I give all of the scrolls and the money to Melly.
All right.
Melly puts all of it into the bag of holding.
Yield bag of holding.
Does Mac hold on to the diary? Did he mention that it was a spell book, or is that included in?
Yes, I would. Like I mentioned everything that I found. Like I didn't hold anything back.
Yeah.
And Josh, do you think that I would recognize after like just a little bit that I was poisoned? Just being a poisoner myself.
Absolutely.
Okay.
let's loot the place.
All right. So, anybody ready with a pen?
Let's go,
Yes.
baby.
All right. You have found two potions of greater healings. Hearing. You
What?
hear better, just slightly better.
I actually wrote that down.
A potion of fire breath. Somebody give me a D100 roll.
Well, that's
Two of you
fun.
give me a D10 roll.
I want to do the D100. Called it. 42. I was going to say that backwards.
Okay, a potion of hill giant strength.
Oh, that's fun.
Evan, it looks like you were ready to do another roll. Give me a roll as well.
Yay. Another D100?
Yeah.
Okay. 99.
That's fun.
99.
Yeah.
I feel like you guys already have this.
Then
Do
we'll
you-
have two.
Do you,
Shoes.
do you have a wand of detect magic, Izzy?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So then we'll go one up on this list. A wand of secrets.
That sounds fun.
Oh no, my secrets. They're revealed.
Did you say
So-
sneakrets? Because if you did, I love it.
A
It
wand of
works.
sneakers.
Oh, man.
Your tire's all flat and junk.
Oh man.
Did I do that?
So the wand of secrets. I mean, I'll just send you the description of it, but essentially, you can use it if a secret door or trap is within 30 feet of you. It'll point towards that. It's got
Or a
three
trap.
charges.
Yeah.
Or a trap.
Hey.
Yes, sir. Yeah, you already have the stats?
Well, you just said it. That's all.
Oh, okay. All right.
But I'm into it.
They do have it on D&D Beyond. So
Yeah.
Feel free to add it then.
Okay.
All right, you also find Mac and Melly. Each of you give me a D100 roll.
Someone should have been named Cheese.
39.
What?
Mac and
Oh.
22.
I like that. You find you find 22 more platinum pieces and 39 gold pieces.
okay.
Aside from that, I mean, there's a bunch of like beat up daggers and like scimitars and that kind of stuff, but like it's, I mean, you could grab them all if you wanted to, but like they're not much value in them. They're kind of beat up, and if you grabbed all of them, I think you'd probably be pushing the limits of the of ye old bag. I believe. I could be wrong.
Ooh. Okay. I think it's necessary
you
to
can-
take them all.
You want to take the best of them? Or attempt to take all of them? What do you...
I have no desire to take the non-magical things, but I don't know if anyone else does.
Could you repeat one more time what the non-magical things are?
Just like various kind of beat up daggers and scimitars and just those kind of weapons. Why? Is there a non-magical thing you're looking for?
No, I don't think so.
What are you up to?
Nothing. That probably sounded more suspicious than I meant for it to.
If you're playing Among Us, I'd be voting you out next.
Each of you give me one more D100 roll.
All of us.
Mm-hmm.
41.
14.
97.
Dang.
Which one was this? Is another D100?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I don't know what's wrong with my ears. I need a potion of greater hearing, apparently. 25.
I got in the
Okay,
40s again.
41,
Haven't got in
14.
the 90s. You got in the 20s again?
What
Oh,
did you
weird.
get, Evan? 90 what?
97.
Okay, and Izzy, what did you get?
25.
25. Thank you. Jake, Vale finds on one of the bodies a scrap of cloth that appears to be from an old banner. I'd say roll a history check.
Okie dokie. That's pretty good. 23.
23?
Yes, sir.
So much of the history of battles in the Calamity and things of the sort is really lost to time, unfortunately. This banner, it has just from the little bit that you could see on it, because it's not an entire banner, it's just kind of like a piece of it. It appears to represent like a collection of betrayer gods on there, as if it was something someone might have carried to war during, the battles of the Calamity. It appears to be very old. It's almost magical in nature, but not like there's anything
Jeez, okay.
like any effect that it would have or anything like that. It's just when something spends so much time close to a certain level of power, it just kind of leaks off, and you could tell, especially if you've studied those such things.
Okay.
Let's see. Mac, on one of the bodies you find an enormous scale. Like it's really like he had like a large like fanny pack, and there was just a scale in it. And the color of it is purple. It looks old, beat up, almost like it might have been like a good luck charm for this person. Izzy, you find it was in a pocket. It's just a tiny silver icon of a raven. Almost like a miniature. It's like a mini. A raven.
Okay.
And Evan, what Echo finds, it you actually, as you're looking through and kind of just walking around, you see like below someone's jacket or cloak, there's like some sort of movement. And as you kind of move this cloak out of the way to see what it is, there is a very small mechanical it's a small mechanical spider that it's just kind of sitting there. It's not moving at all, but as you look away, or if you look away, and look back, it looks like it's in a different spot than it was when you had left it.
I think Echo would kind of reach down and pick it up and just like, I don't know, just like maybe like very briefly like close his eyes while he's holding it or something.
Yeah, you
Just
feel
for
it
like
kinda,
a second.
as you close your eyes, you feel the like legs kind of just like moving on your hand. Not like it's
Ooh.
trying to really like go like away from you or closer to you or anything. It's just like it's just moving.
I think Echo's gonna just like, huh. And he's gonna put it in like his vest pocket. Just kind of like right up next to his chest.
Sure. What's your AC? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Don't look now, but there's some snowflake love on camera.
Vale would share what he found. If anyone's interested, he will tell them what he thinks he knows from the history check.
Melly would listen.
And just, I think if Melly shows interest, he would just be like, feels like almost there's some magic kind of here. Faint, but like it's just been around it. Kind of an odd sensation.
Let's see what we can get using the wand. So Melly will take out the wand, detect magic. She's gonna... Oh, let me see. I should have castings of it still. I think it's under this one. Alright, my internet's loading real slow, so bear with me one moment.
I don't think you have any charges marked off.
Yeah, I don't know when.
Okay, yeah, no,
When she was helping, when Morgan Freeman and Melly one's the dark, dirty crack.
Yeah, I think she used it once or twice during that. So definitely.
All right, so she'll use a casting of that and see if she can detect the school of magic around it.
It's kind of hard to say, because it's like it's not like in and of itself like magical. Like you would sense pretty much the same thing that Vale had sensed. But it's more like it's like Fey touched, but it's but just magic touched. With a hint of magic. it's got like honestly like a little bit of everything on it. It's more, it's less that it contains magic, and it's more that it's just been exposed to such strong and powerful magic that it's still there. There's still remnants of it on there.
Unfortunately, I didn't learn anything new. Guess it was a shot in the dark.
Good to be thorough. I just think this piece of cloth has seen a lot.
I think it's safe to carry with us?
I don't really think it's magical. More than it's just been around it.
Hmm.
Wouldn't go displaying it openly, based on the nature of the iconography.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll just hold on to it.
Okay.
On a side note, Josh,
Mm-hmm.
the enormous scale, is it like a dragon scale, or are you talking about like scales that weigh things?
That was actually my first thought, which is why I laughed
My
immediately.
first thought was a scale that weighs things.
It's
And then-
more like that of a dragon. Like you don't necessarily know that it came from a dragon, but
Then-
definitely some form of great beast.
I want to strap it to my back like a turtle shell.
I love that.
I mean, it's
Like
it's
those
not
cheesy
like,
little backpacks that are this
it's
big.
not like that big, but
Oh, okay, okay.
it's probably like. Let's see.
Just picture middle school Mac.
This big. You know,
Okay.
so that's large. You know, for a halfling, that'd probably take up like. It's like you know the people who instead of carrying a backpack that has room for like a bladder, they just carry the like camelback thing. It's like that.
Yeah.
Probably be that size on you. You don't want to wear it? No, you do?
No,
Okay.
no, I don't wear it. I don't like one of those people that has those little really tiny backpacks on there. Yeah, that's just not Max style.
So are we gonna look to rest before we go back? I mean, we're headed back to Byseus Teal for sure now, right? Unless I'm
Mhm.
missing something.
What time of day is it?
What time of day is it? It's like we'll say by the time you've searched around for everything, it's like very early morning. Like we'll say dawn has passed now. So anyone who had an ability that they were waiting for dawn for, that's now recharged.
Oh, dawn happens.
Izzy, I think I will say, just because I wanted to give you a little bit more than that for the detection. If there's one thing that sticks out on it more than anything else, maybe divination. And then aside from that, it's just got like a dark kind of abyssal nature to it.
Relay all of that to Vale.
Yeah, I just wrote it down. All right. Do we want to try and rest in some way? Like, can we full rest? I don't know if that how you feel about that, Josh, or how everybody feels about trying.
I would say at this point, if you guys didn't take a rest, you would probably all take a level of exhaustion, just because it's you didn't really sleep the previous night. You got like an hour or 2 hours, or like, you know.
Hmm. Yeah. So I guess any objections to taking a long rest?
Nah, let's do it, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, long rest sounds good.
So as we're about to take the long rest, I am going to approach Melly, and I'm gonna say, so I think whenever I opened that leather-bound spell book, I may have gotten poisoned, and it still feels like it's lingering.
Oh,
Is there anything that you might be able to do?
of course. Let me see. Give me your hand. And Melly's just gonna hold his hand in between the two of hers, and she's gonna cast Lesser Restoration which I'm assuming should take care of that.
I
Poison.
believe so, right? Lesser restoration. cures
Yeah.
poison.
The condition can be blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned.
Yeah, so that'll clear it.
Boom. Let me know if you're still not able to rest well. But that should have done it. How do you feel?
I can feel a difference already. Thank you. I still need some rest, but it definitely feels like the majority of it has passed.
So unfortunately, I don't think it cures exhaustion.
I appreciate it.
Anytime.
And now Mac is ready for the long rest as well.
Cool. I think during the long rest, Josh Vale will try to bring back Isla.
Yeah, as you try to use the ritual and bring her back, it feels like something's missing, almost like your connection to her was severed, and did you find the feather, or who found the feather? Someone found the feather, right?
I don't remember.
Well, as you're trying to do this, and you feel that it's not working, and you've kind of lost connection, lost touch with her. You reach into one of your pockets, and there's the feather of an owl.
I think Vale, he doesn't wake anybody up, but he's just fiddles with the feather. Probably sticks the feather somewhere in his hair. And I know because of his trance, he gets a little extra time. He's gonna try and just keep studying the books that he's been working on.
Roll me a d20 for that.
But he does not seem. He looks down, and emotionally, not physically. Was I adding anything to that, or just the number itself?
Just a straight roll.
Okay, 9.
Okay. Is there anything anyone else wanted to do before the rest or during the rest? Or?
When Mac gets up, Vale will walk over to him and kind of the rapier, that Mac's rapier is unbuckled. He just says, "This has done quite a good job. It's a very balanced weapon. I think it's about time I returned it."
If you don't need it anymore, I'll definitely take it back.
He hands it to you and just holds open his hand, and shadow coalesces into what looks like a black bladed version of his elven longsword that he lost. In the lava room.
Is cool.
You can tell there's a little sadness in his eyes, but he does smile. And then he just dismisses it into shadow. Says it probably will come in handy. Thank you for that.
So, just as the group takes a long rest, or is just taking a long rest, I think we're just gonna take a short rest and a little bathroom break. So, if anybody has questions about anything that's going on here, or something going on in your game, or I don't know, anything like that, throw it in chat. Do you still have do we have little like questions and stuff that come up on the break screen?
Of course we do.
Yes, we do. So if you don't have questions, then answer our questions as they'll show up on screen.
Yeah.
We'll be right back. It's just gonna be a couple minutes. So, what does the group call Vale's patron? There's question number 1, and I hope you know the answer. Throw it in chat if you know it.
Josh, did I find any arrows? Actually, usable arrows?
Yes, you did. I'm sorry. I knew there was something that I forgot out of that loot. I was like,
I
looking
only
at
had
it, I'm
15
like-
left, and I was like, I'd like to have more than that if I could.
yeah. Roll a d20.
14.
Roll another d20.
3.
Roll a d100.
Oh. 84.
So you
84
find,
arrows.
14 plus 1 arrows.
Oh. Okay.
3
14 plus 1. Okay.
3 poison arrows.
Okay. 84
And-
regs.
What's up?
84 regulars.
Not 84 regulars. You find 42 regulars.
Okay.
Unless you want, you know what? Yeah, you find 84 regular arrows.
All right. I'll adjust my inventory accordingly. And yes, Evan is spot on. Vale retrained Find Familiar, and that's why Isla's gone. So everybody can hate me if they want, but there's part of Find Familiar that I love, and then there comes a point where also just as much as I love Isla, the spell itself was not as fun for me. So I did what I did. That's right.
And we see what you did.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So there's that. Oh, I got 99 arrows now.
I'm sorry, just give me 1 second. I'm just checking.
It's all good. I gotta add my arrows. Arrows plus 1. How many? You said 14 of those. And then poison arrows, huh? I'll have to look at that later. Had to get my party wizard going. But yeah, I don't even regret it.
All right, there we go. That's what I needed.
Just
Sorry.
saying.
Really, we're all just waiting for Skelly to finish saying what he was going to say.
That's a good point, yeah.
I don't hate you.
I love the tail.
I just disappointed you. Wait.
Snowflake's tail just walk across the camera.
Oh, that's great. So, Jake, the conversation that you just had with Mr. Mac, were you trying to wait until the morning to have that? I just want to make sure for...
Yeah, I would wait until you got up. because the way I look at it is we like leveled up as we rested.
Mm-hmm. What level are you guys now?
Level 9.
9.
19.
Yeah, 19. You all return from the spire 3 years older. Every time you go underground, time passes faster.
We need to blame Vale for more things, please.
So does anyone have any morning things that they would like to do aside from Vale having his conversation with Mac, because that already happened?
Nothing specific.
Nope.
Onward.
What does Echo look like right now?
Not great. Yeah, things are setting in a bit for him, for sure. And where the previous day he was, completely gung-ho, like, I've never been more right about like what I'm about to do. It's hard to describe what he looks like right now. I think he's like, he looks focused, but almost like his body is on autopilot at this point. Like you don't really get a read on like what's going on in his brain, but he's just like kind of silently, like he's grabbing his stuff. He's like putting out the fire, and like, he's doing the things. If people like ask him a question like, oh, you mind getting that? Sure. Like he'll do it. But you do get a vibe that there's something, there's just something up.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, y'all continue on your journey. It was a pretty long trip there, so it's probably going to take you like a full day travel to get there. By the time you get back to town, it'll be night. Or close to night. Is there any travel things or anything that needs to be mentioned, or are we just...
Yeah, as we're traveling, Mac's gonna ask both Echo and Vale. So what's going on with you guys?
What do you mean?
Well, you look like you're about to cry, and you look like you're just something is eating away at your insides.
I think Vale looks at Echo. Kind of like you go, if that interprets.
I know we talked about this yesterday, but you know what the logical conclusion is of what happened.
I think your logic and my logic are in two different places.
Please tell me your logic. Because I would love to hear it.
Echo?
No, he's definitely talking to Meg. Because Echo and Vale think the same thing.
What purpose would us killing them, if your patron was the Chained Oblivion, what purpose would that be? Why would he specifically want to get rid of people that are trying to bring him back into this world? That makes no sense.
No loose threads. Evan lost audio, so I'm just gonna work it now for him. I just think it's no loose ends. I think
What do you mean loose ends? Loose ends of what? You think that if he does make it back to this world, that he's gonna be worried that people know that somebody brought him back?
No, I think it's more about before he comes back. People get things wrong. People are sloppy. Something doesn't add up. I just
If that is the case, then we'll be the ones to send him back where he came from. I mean, one way or the other, we're gonna deal with this.
I agree. What are you thinking? What's your thoughts on why my patron is there as doing Echo?
It's as you said. We weren't there to stop anything. We were there to clean up. We were there so that there would be no proof that any of this even happened, except that we're the ones who killed them.
Do you think that magical people are not going to be able to tell that the Unchained Oblivion has been or Chained Oblivion has been released? I mean, come on. Even if this does happen, it's going to send shockwaves through the magic world to the point that it's going to be clear what happened. It's not like he's going to sneak and get out. And he didn't know how quickly we were going to get there. He had no way of knowing whether we would actually get there and stop them, or if we would show up 15 minutes too late like we did. And if we had shown up and it was him, we would have stopped it, and that chain would have still been unbroken. And
I always leave the door open.
The only thing that we're going off of is the power increase. And honestly, that in and of itself is so vague. And when it comes to these kinds of things and the way balances, who knows if just the fact of what dark powers are being held in bay, possibly beyond just the Chained Oblivion. That maybe it's increasing that side's power to be, overall.
I sure hope you're right. I don't feel like I have conclusive evidence of anything, but it just... For as methodical as I like to be, I just cannot shake this feeling. But I always leave the door open to being wrong.
Well, I'm not going to say that there's not the possibility that it might be, but it doesn't matter. We did this to suit our own needs just as much as we did because of that.
That's fair. No.
If we were wildly just following what your patron was saying, then yes, I might be a little bit more worried, but we had our own reasons for doing this as well.
Well, I know I did. Kind of just side eyes Echo real quick.
He matches it for a moment, but then just looks down and kind of shakes his head.
Well, one way or another, I think we're all agreed we want to stop There's Dune from coming back, so...
100%.
So, path forward is clear.
mean, I know that this isn't like simple, and it's not as just like I'm not taking this flippantly, but at the same time, we can't let it pull us down or apart. We need to keep moving forward with what we know and what we can do.
Of course, this is the first interaction I had with him that, them, I'm assuming it's a man, whatever. I kind of, to quote my father, I gave him some attitude. I'm tired of not knowing who he is.
How did he take it?
Conversation simply ended.
So like a spoiled brat.
I guess. Just need to stay focused, like you said, and keep moving forward.
Well, the next thing that we probably need to do is get that box from Oscar, right? Strange man.
Very strange. But yes. If we can see what's in there and see if Master Dinoa has returned, which I'll be honest, I doubt. We at least have somewhere to start. And it starts with returning these. He pulls out the little urn.
Does anyone have any clue of anything south of here that would have significance with the Chained Oblivion that might be where they would try to do another ritual to break another chain?
My thoughts are purely based in fear. For the answer to that.
We may be able to ask Ricky, the librarian.
If Izzy was here, Vale would have. Oh,
Ask and you shall receive.
there we go.
I don't think
She'll
she's
be
back
back.
in Discord yet, though.
She's not, no. She'll be back shortly. Whole computer crashed on her.
Handled it like a pro, though.
She did. Can we pretend that she was that Melly went off to go pee or something? She's not even here to be able to actually. She's shaking her head like like she can hear us, but she can't.
I have the stream pulled up.
Oh, she probably does.
How embarrassing.
That would be a wise move. She is. I think she's back.
Yes, Melly had to take a tinkle break.
Yes. I don't know if you heard, Mac just asked if we had any theories about what could be in the south, would like where that exchange could be.
Melly's got a map of the continent, I believe.
But do we know any history to know where that might, like where something of significance might be, that there would be another weak spot to the chain or a place that's close?
Depends how far south you're talking. If we're going all the way past the Empire to the Menagerie Coast, Bill kind of looks at Melly, hoping wanted to see if she reacts to him saying that.
Wow, that was like a lot of not productive sounds.
Words.
Has Melly heard of anything? I don't think she would have, but you know, little kids in a marketplace, you don't see them standing there because they're so short. You're whispering secrets. You know how it goes.
So this is by Sayus Teal here. Vale just says like history. I don't think so. That there was a vision.
Yeah, that's exactly. That's what I was gonna say. Where there's not much that you know as far as like it's not the type of thing that people would know about or talk about. Like even this one, to find the location of this chain, they had to basically, bring someone back by way of their ashes and torture them to get the information out of them. The only connection that like maybe is there is just that you had a vision of a place in the Plum Grove, I believe.
Yep. Down here. The Plum Groves.
That was back in your way back in early episode 2, I believe.
Yeah,
the beginning of episode 2.
Very early.
50 episodes ago.
Let me.
After Vale says a vision, he's just looking at Melly to see what her reaction is to that. Like if it registers, if it doesn't.
Hmm.
Oh boy.
I don't know if she would remember it. Like it was definitely like a big thing. But so much has happened since then, and it only happened once, and I don't think she dwelled on it that much afterwards. She's had other weird stuff happen.
If she doesn't react, I think Vale just quickly looks to see if Echo or Mac picks up what he's throwing down.
I mean, Mac does, but Mac's head, the Menagerie Coast is more west, so he doesn't really think of that as south.
It's almost due south from where we are.
No, it's well west.
Well, right now we're right here, in Bysaeus Teal, not Malayasmere.
Right.
It's just, if you see it right here, Bysaeus Teal, and just head literally just south past the Zemni Fields, the Sirios Mountains, and then just slightly to the west at the bottom there is the Plum Groves.
Through the sea of swirly twirly gumdrops.
By Mother's Sigh Reef.
Oh, see, I didn't think that was a part of the Menagerie Coast. I thought the Menagerie Coast was where it says Menagerie Coast to the left.
Fair enough.
That's very fair.
That is very fair. But that is that whole region all the way.
There's already another like little peninsula that pops out, so I would have thought that would have like separated the.
Such a good point. But all the way down to the Wayun Gorge and the Ashkeeper Peaks, that's like the barrier that it's like that whole region along the coast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's like. But yeah, Vale's just looking to see if Echo reacts or if Mac reacts, because he's not gonna just sow fear to do it. But
I don't know if Echo really reacts to it. I think he probably understands where you're going with it, but he doesn't. I don't know that he would know that the Plum Groves are like. I don't know that it would necessarily click. I think he's too mixed up right now.
Yeah. The other thing is I cannot seem to bring Isla back.
not.
Are you missing the necessary regions for it?
No. Vale just kind of flicks the feather. And you recognize it looks like one of her feathers. Easily looks like it could be one of hers. And tried to bring it back, but something was missing. But I felt like she was protecting us somehow a little. Melly, when you slipped and you looked like you were going to fall, I was able to use magic to catch you. I think she taught me that.
Like a parting gift?
Maybe. Like, if she cannot be here somehow, she still is, in a way.
Hmm. Well, it is quite sad that she won't be with us anymore. I'm sorry, Vale.
Things can change, you know?
Hmm. So
Anyway.
just to confirm, we are walking while we're having this conversation, right?
Yes.
Okay.
No, you were peeing.
Oh, right! Darn it!
Yeah, you guys are walking while you're having that conversation.
Yeah. I don't think Vale has anything else to add.
I think that concludes what Mac wanted to talk about.
Just as us players, the Empire's looking for us in Bysaeus Teal. Do we want to just approach, like, how we want to do this?
I think. Is it? I mean, would Echo know like the least conspicuous spot to enter? Like, not even saying like a secret passage, but just like I know that this gate into the city is just like people don't usually go this way.
Roll a the skill that I would like is from Edge of the Empire, skullduggery. But
I love
I
that
was so
word.
sad we didn't get to use that skill at any point. I really was. I saw that and I was like, that's when I want to roll.
hey, I mean, we could absolutely do another game in there, and it'll be a little bit cooler than pre-written. But I don't know. What do you think he might roll to see if he like? Because after you joined up, like, did you really need like a low-key way to go in and out of the city?
Not really. The only thing that like springs to mind, and maybe this is not right, but when you said skullduggery, I was trying to think of like what would that be, and I feel like an intelligence insight check, or like a charisma history check. Like trying to remember something but in a sneaky way, you know what I mean? Like I'm trying to think of what that could possibly be.
I'd like to roll a
it's
dexterity history check.
Again, not to say that he's trying to like think of I need to, there's a little hole under the wall on the eastern side of town. It's just kind of like I feel like I remember like this part of town being less, like a lot quieter. Like maybe there's less interesting stuff over there, so it could be the poorer part of town or something. But yeah, I don't know.
Sure.
The answer could just be no. He doesn't know that, and I think that's completely fair to say. But
I would say roll if you would like to roll, we'll do a different weird one. How about a wisdom investigation check?
Okay. All right, so that's just gonna be straight wisdom. I don't get any proficiency. That would be 16.
Yeah, I'd say that you know of a kind of quieter section. I mean, you're essentially you're thinking of not just the place you'll be entering from, but also the time of day that you're arriving there and what the sort of traffic patterns are like at the certain times of day. So you would know of a kind of like quieter way to get in, or well, I guess are you looking for something with less people or less people or less guards?
Less guards is more where his head's at. Like, where would they not really be? Like, if I had to really think about it, like, where is it usually quieter, and like, where are people usually not, like, where would the guards be less interested?
Yeah.
So like, we're probably not trying to go in over by where Jasper was, because I think that's where they last were aware of our presence.
Yes.
Was over by Jasper's house. So it's like, well, I know not there, but maybe there's another spot.
Yeah, I would say you would know of another spot.
As we're getting close and like about to go into the city, Mac is gonna turn and ask them, if they come after us, are we running or are we fighting?
If they've sent as many soldiers as I'm thinking, I don't know if fighting's an option.
Depends on the situation. I can actually.
Mac just goes vague. It's like, I like it. And you see him slide his dagger kind of back into the sheath.
I can turn one of you invisible for an hour if you'd like, and I can disguise myself. And if we use the ring, actually, I could throw one of those in there too. It will last for an hour. A reward, I suppose.
Being invisible would certainly help get to Oscars without being seen.
You know, I hate to do this, but I know me and Vale can look like other people. Is there a reason why Echo, you and Melly should maybe stay here while we go retrieve the box?
My only concern is that if something happens, we won't be there to help you. But if your question is whether or not I trust you to get this, of course.
I also don't really like the idea of all of us being separate.
I don't like the idea of us being separate, but if you're talking about two random people walking around that they don't know, or four people or some people that they are looking for being in the city.
Well, that's where I thought the invisibility could come in handy. We could empty the hex and the absorb elements out of the ring, and I could put one in there, and I could cast one, and you and I can both look like other people.
We also, if we don't want to empty anything from the ring, we do have a scroll, I believe, of invisibility.
I actually don't remember that.
It's from a long time ago.
in a galaxy far, far away.
Yeah, I actually do have it written here on my sheet.
There we go.
Ocean of invisibility.
Oh, is it okay? Yeah, potion.
It's right there next to the Philosopher's Stone.
In his pocket. Oh, there it is. We can stay together that way if you like. Unless you had something else in mind, Mac.
No, we can do that.
All right. There will cast Disguise Self.
Well, wait, before...
Oh, no.
You said it. Oh
I have
no.
unlimited.
No, not in like a bad way or anything like that. Just a reminder for you, like before you guys cast anything or use anything or anything like that, I just want to make sure you realize that by the time you are back at town, it is night. So you would safely assume that any store might be closed. That doesn't necessarily mean you can't bang on the door or break a window or whatever you want to do, but I just don't want you to, you know.
Oscar's an odd man. He might still be awake in his store.
It's true. It's very true.
We could always
Like,
we could always just go to the temple.
Yeah, you don't know what his hours are. You don't know if he sleeps there, if he actually has a place or anything. But you would know that it would be nighttime, and most of the stores would be closed at that time. So I just want to make sure you're aware of that, at least.
I'm personally fine with whenever we want to go. If we go in and the store isn't open, we could just go to the temple. Or we could wait till morning. It doesn't matter to me.
Well, the temple they won't feel any loyalty to the Empire, right? That's some place that we could definitely stay and be safe.
I can say up until a few days ago, I would assume that was the case. But I can't say for sure.
We could stay up in that secret spot that you had.
On top of the temple? I
Yes.
suppose we could.
Is everyone okay with the going in and seeing?
It should give us a good view of the city at least, see how things are.
Yeah, let's do it.
Only thing I'll add to that too for you, just based on what you asked and what you rolled before, is you would know that it's pretty quiet by the temple, because one, guards know that there are a lot of you that know how to deal with whatever problem might come into the temple, and two, people at the temple don't really cause a lot of problems, and it was kind of at the outskirts of the city, so.
Yeah, let's
I
do
think
that.
Echo probably relays that in some way, just to say that it, shouldn't be bad to get there, but I can't guarantee that they're, not affiliated in some way, or at least that there aren't possible sussy.
We don't come across any
bakas in the
wanted
temple.
posters, do we, Josh?
Are you in town yet?
No, but you never know. Like, we're on a road.
No, you have not come across any
Worth
wanted
asking.
posters.
Yeah, so let's go there. I'll disguise myself as like a human that looks like he's in his early 60s, late 50s, kind of nondescript. And then I'll cast invisibility on whoever doesn't drink the potion.
Oh, do you want this?
I suppose it's better to be safe than arrested or killed. So,
If we use this now, though, we won't have it during the day whenever we need to go to the shop.
I can put one in the ring if we just lose the hex and the absorb elements, and I could just put another batch of that in there later.
you make a good point. How do I get spells out of this? Sorry, I couldn't hear you. It's like your voice was stolen.
I'll shoot you with fire, and then you can just absorb it. It'll be a fun game.
Well, that seems nice and safe.
I'm just kidding.
Suppose I could just try to cast it and...
You could hex me.
I
don't
think
know
don't
why.
feel great about that either.
There's like a dark, like, playful humor in Vale's eye.
I'm
don't
gonna
know
try
what-
to cast it at a tree. Just like
Yep.
turn around and yeah, he's gonna try to do absorb elements. I assume it would just kind of like this little like shimmer kind of really quickly.
Like a party whistle.
And the hex just has no effect.
Basically, like nothing happens, just like maybe a little shadow kind of poofs out of
Yeah.
the ring, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Maybe some whispering as it exits. Well, all right. I think that's it.
Right. Vale will cast invisibility into the ring. It just says you will not be able to any significant moment, mechanically speaking, if you like attack something or do like an action, and it will fade. So if you're going to act, it needs to be very necessary. And
Understood.
Then Vale, when it seems appropriate, Vale will cast invisibility on Melly when the timing is right.
The
I have a question.
only thing I want to say, and I'm gonna say it just because I've been wanting to say it, is when you said you could hex me. The only thing that I've been trying not to laugh because of it is I heard, I got nipples, Greg. You could milk me.
That is the same, yes.
Anyway, I'm sorry, Izzy, what was your question?
It's okay. That was an important thing to say.
I thought
Can other, like, when two people are invisible, can they see each other?
so.
Is that
No.
how that works? No? Okay, can I see me?
No.
I don't like that.
That's fun.
Mm-mm.
He's just Melly's gonna be tripping everywhere.
I can't see my feet, so I can't use them.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, once we're in stealth mode, let's go.
And Mac is just one of the standard fighters that he killed earlier on.
Sure.
It's so creepy.
Nondescript fighter number 1.
Yes.
Yeah. It's like, has anyone seen you do this before? maybe once before.
You talking about Mac?
Yeah.
Well, when we left the city.
Yeah, he did. Did he do it when you left the city?
I think so.
Okay. Ah. Yeah, it is just, it's...
No?
No, because when I left the city, all I had was Baracus in there, and I didn't turn into him.
Yeah, that would have been bad.
I'm not gonna lie. Me saying that now and realizing how many people are in the knife just makes me realize I killed a lot of people on this
You
trip.
did. You did.
Like, I feel like this trip I may have had as many people as I killed all campaign.
Reggie's happy.
Call that power creep. So yeah. I mean, it really is like crazy because you're looking at Mac, and one moment he's Mac, and the next moment he is a taller, elf, I guess, and
Were
not-
everyone that we met elves?
not all of them. No, there were some humans there as well.
If I got a human, I would have turned into a human.
Okay, so you turn into a human then. Yeah, no, it's almost like there's like a purple smoky kind of like mist that just kind of goes over him, and now he's a human. So y'all continue through to the city. You make it to the temple, and there's some people walking around and doing their things, and overall it's fairly quiet. What do you do? What do you do when you get there? Are you gonna...
Just so everyone knows, Melly is clinging to the back of Vale's like cloak, like not trying to make it obvious, but like she's very uncomfortable not being able to see herself. So she's like walking directly behind him and is like, if I let go, I'm gonna die.
To anyone else who's looking at Vale, you see like there's a spot in his cloak that just is like really badly wrinkled.
Yeah.
And anyone who cares about like fashion or like, that kind of thing is like, oh, like, like iron that before you go out. Don't you know anyone with prestidigitation?
Nope.
Yeah. So, was the plan to just go directly to the roof of the temple? Was it to go to Oscar's oddities first, or?
I guess it would depend on what we hit first, but if we could...
The temple is first, because that's at the outskirts of the city, so that's what you would have to pass first. So
we gotta check and see if Oscar's there.
I think that would be wise.
Yeah, it's good.
Also, I didn't say it, but Echo did cast invisibility from the ring. I didn't like explicitly say that, but yeah.
it's all right. It's assumed.
All right, guys, we'll head over to Oscar's now. Oh man, this guy's voice is awful.
That's right, you change into this person. That's awesome.
Oh man, yeah. This is what they didn't tell you about Dana Carvey's the Master of Disguise. They all had a dagger. Come another person. Yeah, so you head over to Oscar's, and as you're going through this kind of like market area, you do see you do see more guards kind of walking around and keeping an eye on things. I think Evan or Echo would probably notice it more than anyone else, just because he has more experience with the city. Vale would have a pretty good idea of it just because of his background. Like, you know, he's like, yeah, there's definitely increased guard presence. Like, there's never this many guards around anywhere. So they're definitely keeping an eye on things. But aside from the occasional group of people walking around and guards, you know, keeping an eye on everything, it is pretty quiet as you get to the market district. You find Oscar's oddities, and appears that the lights are off.
Mac bangs on the door.
Mally's gonna look in the window too.
You can't see anything through the window right now.
Is it because
He's
it's
got-
blocked or
he's-
because it's dark?
Because he has the blinds
Okay.
closed.
Because we good with dark over here.
So I
How
knock
hard?
on the door pretty hard. Like I'm short, just shy of pounding on the door.
Okay.
Bill kind of goes, oh.
Like, you know, like that's gonna sting my hand a little bit.
Okay.
I was going to cast message. What, does anything happen?
There's just if you wait a few moments, there's silence. Like, you don't really hear anything.
Should we go
No.
inside?
Bill takes out his copper wire and he tries to roughly find a spot in the center-ish of perhaps the building and whispers, Oscar, are you there?
You hear like something fall or crash from the inside of the building.
Bill just nods. He's there.
And you just hear, what? Yes.
I feel so bad for- So bad. Bill cast message again. Oscar, it's us. We have the ashes. It's very important.
Why didn't you just say so? Come in.
Okay.
And it's kind of dark in the room. Is it? And he will he'll say, well, both of you are disguised, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's.
Oh no.
Let's see. He will he'll just kind of like look at, do you start walking in after he says like why didn't you just say so and come in?
If it looked like he was welcoming us in, yes. If it looked like he was standing there, like dumbfounded, like who the heck are you? No.
Mac just walks right in.
Yeah.
If he looks dumbfounded, Vale would explain.
After Mac walks in, he raises an eyebrow. He looks at Vale. Do Melly or Echo walk into the building?
I think so. And if if we get past the threshold of the door and it's clear that there's like nobody else there, I think Echo would probably say something.
So, as Echo walks into the building, walks into the room, Oscar now in front of Vale's face, like looking at him, raising the eyebrow. You see over Oscar's shoulder that you could see Echo in the room now. And Oscar will just go, "You don't look like that boy, but you smell like him."
That's because I am him. Just look differently. And Vale looks over his shoulder. Does he see any guards around?
I mean, there's guards like walking around, but like they're not like staring at you at this moment or anything. Well, come on.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's not gonna just turn it off there. He walks in. As soon as he's inside, he'll turn off the disguise self.
Yeah, he wasn't like stopping you. He was more
Okay.
like he's just weird. Like,
No, yeah, I get it. Vale's just like, I'm not accosting or breaking and entering into an old man's shop.
Did Melly enter?
Yep, right behind Vale.
Yeah, as you walk into, I mean, you notice that your invisibility drops as soon as you walk into his store.
So if the invisibility dropped
Oh.
like that, she would quickly take like a step to the side and gently but quickly close the door. Not trying to be like obvious or anything.
Does Mac still look different?
Mac does still look different.
Okay. And did I have to turn off my disguise self, or did it turn off? Disguise self lasts an hour as well, if you were curious.
It turned off.
Okay. Well, interesting. Might be a little more to you than you let on, Oscar. I'm impressed.
I thought you were Vale.
I'm that too. Sorry to disturb you this late, but we have, as we said earlier, important business.
Yes. So, you found it, you say?
Vale gestures to Echo.
Yes, Mr. Oscar. And he reaches in, pulls out the urn.
He takes it, says, "Very, very good, good job, yes, yes, good job." And he kind of, like, as he's doing that, he kind of like stops for a second, pauses, and pops the top off and looks in. You were too late then.
We were.
Sorry.
So the chain is broken.
Echo nods.
But so are the people that did it.
Why are you still in disguise? How are you still in disguise?
A special skill.
Well, There are other chains. I suppose well, one chain is not going to free the oblivion, but these are dark times. It's bad omen. See, if they went after one, they'll go after more.
Do you know where they are?
I suppose I would be much more than meets the eye if I did.
And?
No one knows where all of them are. It would be too dangerous that way.
Do you know of one that lies to the south?
Well, I can't seem to recall.
Perhaps Master Dino would know. Yeah, it looks at him a little bit like...
Perhaps, but he's not here.
Right. He left something for my friend here, didn't he?
What did he leave for you?
Mr. Oscar, please. And he looks equal parts exasperated and completely genuine, like he's begging him.
He looks with like a genuine confusion on his face for a moment, and he kind of like puts his hand on his face and just like turns to the side. As he turns to the side, he sees like the edge of a box, and he's like, "Oh!" And he walks over, grabs this box, puts it down on the counter, and he's like, "You're the one who's supposed to take the box."
Yes.
Forgive me.
I was supposed to take it much sooner. But... and he kind of reaches out, like, I'm going to take this now. That's fine, right?
Yeah, it's yours to take. He's
okay.
He doesn't do anything to stop you.
Yeah, he'll definitely grab it and try to stop interrupting.
He will just kind of like look to the four of you and just say, "Did you find this chain? Did you see what happened?"
Well, we didn't see everything, but the aftermath was like a cloud of darkness. And we tried to stop what was happening, but it was too late, and it was just necrotic and I don't know.
Ellie, do you want to show him the spell book that I took off of the head cultist?
You found cultists? Were they?
Well, I
Were they
don't
the
know
ones
exactly. I mean, the one that broke the chain, or at least that I think broke
Why did
the
your
chain.
voice change?
Ah.
Because I forgot to use the other voice. Melee, can you show him the book? The spell book that we got off the cultist?
Yes, of course. Melly will pull out the spell book.
I don't know if he used one of these spells to break the chain.
No.
Can you read it?
I'm sure I could read it.
You speak Abyssal?
You didn't say it was Abyssal. But yes, of course. Don't you?
Of course. Why do you think I knew it was Abyssal?
Yeah, we all do. I took it as an elective.
The reason I ask is if you can't read it, it might not be helpful, but Melly has handed it over.
Good.
Melly doesn't have anything else to say.
Okay. He will, kind of pick it up and drop it immediately, and he'll just ugh. Whoa. That thing is bad juju all over it.
Mel casts Mage Hand and picks it up.
Oh yeah, you might want to be careful. It did cause some poisoning when I originally opened it.
Here you go, guy. This won't hurt you at all.
Seems like information that would have been useful to me a few moments ago. Hold on. And he kind of like he points to a table for you to actually he steps away for a second, and then you hear like a screeching and dragging as if like he's pushing a heavy object, and he pushes a heavy table into the room, motions for you to put the book on the table, and then he just says one moment, and he steps away and kind of quiet for probably an uncomfortable amount of time.
El puts the book on the table. Just because it's fun to use Star Wars lines. Where did we dig up this old fossil? What's Echo doing right now?
I mean, if Echo has the box in his hands, I think he's been fiddling with it the entire time since he got it.
Okay, already, like, not just inspecting it, but like actually like messing with it and everything and trying to see if you could open it. Or
I think for the first maybe minute he was just kind of like looking it over and like appreciating that he has it, but I think as everyone's talking he probably would have like moved over to like a corner or like a pile of stuff that he could, sit it on momentarily as he fishes for the coin and tries to do the thing. But yeah, I think that's, unless that doesn't make sense for what's happening, which is fine, but that's what I'm thinking Echo's doing.
if that's you tell me what Echo would do. I don't tell you that.
Yep,
So that,
no, that's what he's
that makes
doing.
perfect sense.
He's absolutely just as quickly as possible, like after a minute or so, pulling out that coin and seeing what he can do with it.
Yeah, so I mean, so I guess you ask that question and kind of like turn to see that he's not standing next to you, and you hear the whistling of a tea kettle, and you also hear like kind of I don't know, just fidgeting and movement, and see Echo kind of off to the side as he's like cleared himself a space in the junk to start trying to open the box. And do you like, you walk over to him, or do you kind of give him privacy? Like, what's
I think once Vale put the book down and said, like, where did we dig up that old fossil, he would just looked at, I think he'd just naturally look at everybody, and if he's looks like he's actively working on the box, probably very focused on it, I would imagine, almost tuning out the rest of the world. I think Vale would just look at Melly and look at Mac. But I think it would just be quiet there, so I don't know if that silence would trigger Echo, or if there was anything else going on. Like, it would just, unless Mac or Melly says something.
Okay. So, for that moment, like that you assess the room, Oscar comes back with a tray and 5 small glasses, like round mugs, almost like a very small bowl, and a tea kettle. And he puts it down and he says, "Before we look into this, drink some tea." And I think before we get into the nitty-gritty of this book and that puzzle, since it's 9:51 and Evan is tired and Izzy is tired, I think that'll be a good place to end, and a good place to pick up on next week.
Hate that I agree.
Sorry. So, it's really good to be back. Honestly, it's so nice to,
Yes.
like it was a lot of fun playing the silly Star Wars shenanigans the other day, but like it's great to see you all back in your characters.
I agree.
But yeah, so let's see. Without further anything, we'll have another video on Wednesday. I believe it's going to be actually Wednesday-ish. You know,
Yeah,
maybe Wednesday, maybe Thursday. We'll have another video later this week.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be more of the Action Economy series, I believe. But you'll have to tune in to JnJtabletop, youtube.com/JnJtabletop to find out. Also this week, I believe Saturday, no time yet, twitch.tv/itsevbo for something fun. So stay tuned to his Twitter, and then we'll also be retweeting it and all that kind of stuff once information comes out on that. So stay tuned, and if you had fun here, if you're interested in what's going on, then give us a follow, maybe give us a subscribe so you can use those cool character emotes. We have Christopher and our 4 lovely party members here as well. But everybody, thanks for hanging out tonight. It's good to be back, and we will see you on Sunday. So have a great day. Enjoy your week. Be safe, be kind.